So I really want to encourage you guys to start reading the Bible. Now, I understand the whole fancy language and flowery talk, and I have a solution. I come to you not with bad news, but good news. I've memorized thousands of verses in the Bible. My mom will tell you, I have more blue ribbons and trophies and stuff from being the winner of the Bible memorization contest. I mean, hundreds of verses that I've committed to memory when I was younger. King James versions, the tough ones, right? But years ago, I remember thinking, this kind of language just doesn't move me. You may like to read books even. You like to read novels or fiction or whatever, but and it grabs you and you can see it, you can feel it. You feel like you can see the characters and they feel like real people and you can just see them moving around and working through the story. But the Bible never does that to people. A lot of people that just can't get past the language problem, the way it's written. So, about 10 years ago, I was introduced to a version, a translation of the Bible that I would love for you guys to pick up if you get a chance. It's called The Message. Okay? I'm not kidding you guys. This is really cool. All right? It's written in very, very plain, easy to understand, contemporary language. And I've read verses and passages that I've known my whole life. I read them in The Message, and they completely came to life in a new way. Would you like some examples? Would you like to hear some of this? You're going to love this. Who can quote for me, if anyone, I'm sure, John 3:16, one of the most famous verses in the Bible. What is it? Stand up for me, baby. Turn around so these people can hear you. Go ahead.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Woo! Good job. Okay. So loved, only begotten, whosoever believeth. Right? It's a great verse. But you want to hear how The Message says it? Ready? This is how much God loved the world. He gave his Son, his one and only Son. And this is why, so that no one need be destroyed. By believing in him, anyone can have a whole and lasting life. See how straightforward? Very clear. Now here's another section I have to read to you because I love this. This was one of the first things I read. I'm like, that is so cool. There's a passage in Matthew, in the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus is teaching and he's talking to people. And you know what he's talking about? He's talking about religious people. People who on the outside appear to be very devout religious, and they make a big show of their religion. They want to make sure everybody knows how religious they are. Okay? I've read this a million times, or heard it read a million times when I was little. I never heard it like this. And yet if you look at it and you compare it, it's right on the money. And the guy that translated this was very meticulous about the original Greek and Hebrew manuscripts and staying close to them. But you ready? This is really cool. Now this is the best part. This is Jesus talking. Picture Jesus in your mind, right? Not, listen to this guy. Listen to him go. He's talking to the common people about the religious people. Ready? Be especially careful when you're trying to be good so that you don't make a performance out of it. It might be good theater, but the God who made you won't be applauding. And when you do something for someone else, don't call attention to yourself. You've seen them in action, I'm sure. Play actors, I call them, treating prayer meeting and street corner alike as a stage, acting compassionate as long as someone is watching. Playing to the crowds. They get applause, true, but that's all they get. When you help someone out, don't think about how it looks. Just do it quietly, unobtrusively. That's the way your God, who conceived you in love, working behind the scenes, helps you out. And when you come before God, don't turn that into a theatrical production either. All these people making a regular show out of their prayers, hoping for stardom. Do you think God sits in a box seat? Here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play before God. Just be there as simply and honestly as you can manage. The focus will shift from you to God, and you will begin to sense His grace. Is that cool?
Yes.
I can totally see Him standing there telling these people, don't make a show out of it. Do you think God is watching like it's a theater? Like He wants you to put on some kind of a performance for Him? I totally get that.